Hey guys, it's me, Johnny Laurel. I'm gonna be showing you guys my ghetto ass blacksmithing shop. So buckle up. It's one ghetto ass shop. So over there, you have my workbench, right? It's got all my tools, all my tool bags, all my tool boxes down below. Let's pan down. Yeah, you can see it down there. I got like a sawzall, a huge ass grinder. I'll show it to you guys. Here, like, I picked up this big ass disc grinder for $50. It's a huge ass motherfucker. It's fucking 13 amp. I got a fucking 7-inch disc on there for cutting metal. I use it to cut knives and shapes out of steel. I got sanders and stuff. I got things like this to clear drains and stuff. I just got all kinds of shit. Extension cords. All that jazz. If we pan over to here, you guys can see I've got my bench grinder. Let's pan up. See that? I've got a really high grit. What was the grit on that belt? I think it was like 100 or something. 120. I got 120 grit on that. Here, let me see if you guys have a good perspective real quick so I could show you more. Let's see. Yeah, there you go. So, I got my power drills in here. This is my ghetto guide or whatever you call it. I grinded it flat and smooth on both sides so I can use my vice grips to clamp knives on. So I'll go like this, you know, and then I'll adjust the screw for, you know, the angle I want, and then I'll just hold it like this. And I'll just put my thumb on that and draw it back and forth and back and forth, and I'll flip it over. And that's that. And then let me show you down what's down below. Some boxes of old supplies. If we get down there, see that's an empty box right there, and then over there is just like concrete stuff. Like I've got the floats, the little curb tools. And over here, I'll show you guys that next. Over there, we have my welder, which is a Miller Thunderbolt 225 volt. I picked that bad boy up for 200 bucks. And it came with some welding rods, which I'll show you over here. The welder came with those gloves, and then this cool thing. It's a leather pouch for, let me see, giving you guys a good view on that. It comes with, came with this leather bag with welding rods and shit. And that was cool. And then I picked all this shelving up for free, actually, believe it or not. I had a family member, pretty cool guy, he gave it to me because he didn't want it anymore. And then also it came with the welder, was all the cables, of course, and then some welding masks. I got this one. I don't know what's going on here, but the inside's gone. I have to put something together there. And this one, I like this one. It's got like a leather neck shield thing, and then this flips up so you can see what you're doing, and then flip it back down when you're welding. Let me give you guys a better view. I want to show you guys something else I worked on a while back. I'm going to bring this back up to level real quick. That's about level, I'd say. And then this thing fucking cost me over $60 to make. It's this. I had to make my own extension cord for my welder. One end's for a dryer outlet, and the other end's for like an RV plug-in or some shit. But I had to buy the fucking 10 gauge wire and shit for that, and that was expensive. But now I've got like a 20 foot or some shit like that, 25 foot extension extension cord for my welder. Then I'll show you guys the other side. This side is where all the work gets done, as in the smithing work, the hammering, the forging. Let's see, let's get you guys down a bit further. Yeah, there we go. Now let's zoom in on, oh, I can't zoom in. Okay. But that's my forge over there. I'll get you guys closer. Now the dogs are going nutty. It's like a neighbor's dogs or some shit. There's my forge. Here, I'll show you guys it when it's on. Here, let me see. Typically, I'll take like some old newspaper, you know? I'll take some old newspaper, crinkle it up, put some like old like tinder on it and throw it in there and light it on fire. But I'll do it the quick way for you guys. Cool, huh? It's running right now. But yeah, that thing will get up to like, I think like 2,000 degrees Fahrenheit or something like that. It gets up to forge temperature. I can get steel up to yellow, but that's its limit. It's got 2 burners on there. Of course, it's propane. What else, you know? I'm gonna turn it off so I don't, you know, mess with the camera or something. This thing might overheat. Then I'll show you guys my first ever project. It's these. These were my first project I ever did. I made some blacksmithing tongs with them. Some rebar I bought for $6. And then I got like a little steel rod. Put the steel rod through and just peened both sides, and they work like a charm, man. You put your shit in there, and then you take it out, you know. I have this cinder blocks here. I have these cinder blocks. I could just put it down there for storage. For storage purposes, you know. And then, of course, we have the anvil. Now, before y'all start saying stuff, I know it's a horrible idea to have the anvil on cinder blocks, but I don't have an alternative right now, and everybody's hiding because of the corona. I want to get a stump about the same height, like, you know, like a foot and a half or so high, whatever that is. I'll measure it before I get something, but it's got good rebound. I'll show you guys a bit. It gets pretty good rebound, but this is my hammer for now until I get good enough to make my own hammers, you know. But it gets pretty good rebound. Hell, I hammered the knife out of it. See, this is the... Let me see if I could give you guys a good view. This was my first knife. I'm going to focus it for you. But this was my first knife, and it's the one I'm working on right now. I hammered it out of a railroad spike and drilled the holes for the handle, and I've been rough grinding the bevels so you could see the plunge cut on that side. The only thing I'm worried about is right here. It's not here, let me focus that. I don't know why it's not focusing. Here, I'm gonna switch to manual focus real quick for you guys. Oh, not zoom. There we go. Perfect. So see, it's got the grooves for the fingers. It's got the plunge cuts. I'd say it's damn good for a first knife, but the thing I'm worried about is this. We've got the steel didn't forge weld properly when I was hammering it and drawing it out. But I'm thinking, as a solution, I might only heat treat the blade. I might just throw some clay along the handle and put some clay on the spine of the blade, kind of like what they do to katanas and stuff, and that'll keep the That'll keep the handle from getting hardened and heat treated, and that'll keep the spine from getting heat treated as well. And then I'll just have a hard blade, and everything else will be soft. But I'll have to look into getting the clay for that. I have to get the right stuff. But that's my anvil. It's pretty much everything in here, honestly. You guys kind of seen everything. Hey guys, I wanted to show you one last thing. So on my this is a 4x36 I think grinder, if I remember correctly. Yeah, it's a 4x36, and on 4x36s they have this metal going all the way behind it. You can't do plunge cuts normally with them. So what I did is I'll link a video to the guy's video on YouTube, but what he did and what I did is we cut like a bit of steel off each side. So if I were to take my ghetto board, yeah, I know I need to get a real one. I want to weld one on, but I don't really have somewhere to plug in. Despite my 25-foot extension cord, you know, I still can't reach. But anyways, here, let me take the belt off for you. I'm gonna have to get over there. But if you see here, you guys got a good view? Yeah, seems like it. But see, what we did is we cut these bits off beneath the table, I guess is what I would call it. Some like little table. The grooves go like maybe like half a centimeter down beneath that, and then they go all the way up, so that if you're grinding anything, you know, you don't have to worry about that getting in the way. And then I've got it's basically all I really had to do. That's one of the reasons I had that huge ass disc grinder. Why one of the big uses I had for it when I bought it. But and then I of course sanded it all nice and smooth so it doesn't cut into my grinding belts or send pieces of grinding belts flying into my face. But that's about it. So I'll leave you guys off with that. That's the end of the video. I'll try and bring you guys more content. So keep your eyes peeled.